Let's press record. So if a client says, I don't know, let's look at what are they telling us? What is I don't know an example of?
An example of uh, confusion, I guess,
Yep. What else?
lack of clarity,
Yep. What else?
out of options.
And what are all of these things? What do we umbrella these things as?
Don't know.
Unconscious moments.
Unconscious moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Mike, if someone says, I don't know, now we've got to take it as I don't know. There's two ways to look at this. I don't know, Mike, you're frustrating me. You're pissing me off because I don't know what you're asking, which tends to come from therapists trying to be, or hypnotists trying to be hypnotists. They try and put on the language and all that rubbish. When a client says, I don't know, but they've got that look in their eyes like, wow, I've never been to this place inside my mind. All you've got to do is say, I know. Put a smile on your face, look at them, and just wait. Because I don't know means in this context, Mike, I'm right at the edge of my map, if people want to use the NLP term, where language doesn't exist. I don't have examples. I don't have clarity. I don't have words, but where I am has to be better than where I was before, which was pissed off, confusion, pain, unhappy, trauma. Now, we've got to also ask ourselves when they get to this place, where do resources come from? Being pissed off and angry all the time, or a place of, I don't know, but this feels really strange? It's going to be in this place, which is our
hmm
unconscious moments. Now, I think the biggest issue have people have with this is they want to try and fill in the gap or fill in the silence because it's awkward. You've got to get over that. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah. I just wanted to validate because
Yeah.
I've sat there for
Oh, good.
minutes because I'm like, I'm cool with that. I
Yeah.
was just like, am I supposed to help nudge them? But I
This
just
is
sit
what you
there.
just said then. Am I supposed to? You're not supposed to do anything.
Yeah.
Remember, and that's another reason why people go to do that because they want to try and solve it. And this is all part of A.C.H as well. But the I don't know place, what you don't want to do, and I'll literally kick people out of the program and I will not refund you if you say, well, if you did know, what would it be? Don't do that. There's no point to that because you're saying, hey, Mike, make some shit up. No point. So all you've got to do is assess, is this a real unconscious moment? Like they're looking off into the stars thinking, man, this Mike guy's awesome. I don't know where I am right now. Or is it, Mike's talking like an idiot. I don't understand him. He keeps asking me the same fucking question. It's frustrating. If you're in that place, you have to change it. But if you're in the other place, they're in the oven cooking. You just let them go. Does that make sense?
And then, oh, totally. Yes, that's good. I was hoping you were going to say that because
Yeah.
I've just sat there.
Good.
I hope they're figuring something out, right?
Erickson
But
was
I've
the
had
king
it.
of being patient, just sitting back,
Mhm.
no irony there, being in a wheelchair, and just waiting. He'd wait for people who were unkind to him. He'd wait for people that didn't want to go into trance. I made a video of this just recently. Um, and just wait, because once you're in that moment, what else do you have to do? What's your job when someone's in a moment? What do you have to, if you had to do something, what would it be?
Let them stay there, help them stay in
That's it.
it.
Yeah. Either just keep nudging them back into it if they try and escape and keeping them safe. That's it. But everyone wants to do the, I've got to do the regression. I've got to do the timeline. You don't have to do a fucking single thing. When you start doing that, now you're forcing them down the road that you want them to go. Doesn't work like that. Does that make sense?
Okay, brilliant. I was hoping you were going to say that. Final point on that.
Sure.
Do they at some point need to have some sort of answer, or is it good enough that they just went there?
It's not even good enough. It's the only place they need to be. Now,
Okay.
where that answer comes from when? During the session or after the session? In most cases. After the session. We call this
Mhm.
processing. Who's had one of those moments, guys, where you're sitting back watching TV and something you've been thinking about for days, like the name of a song, comes to you in the spur of a moment? It's like an aha moment. You get excited and go, oh, that's what it's called. I couldn't figure it out. Those aha moments exist in therapy, business, love, relationships, everywhere you can think of. We've got to have those aha moments. What you're doing, Mike, is putting them into that place where those aha moments exist. Aha moments don't exist where someone has been their whole life and they just keep bouncing off the walls in the same place, utilizing the same resources that don't work. So once they're there, you just keep them there, knowing that if you give them a good processing chat, aha moments might come out during the session, which are fine, but I'm not interested in those ones. I'm
Okay.
interested in 6 weeks later when it all finally comes together. That's what I'm interested in. And that's why I keep saying that when your clients have a breakthrough in the session, that's not the one I care about. It's not the one you should care about. It happens later. I always think it's funny to see therapists who get a testimonial from their client that says they've changed my life after the session or changed my life during the session. No, they didn't. It happens week or days, weeks, months, years later. That's what I'm looking for. Processing can sometimes be very slow, but it's for a reason. So the fact you've got them there, you're ahead of the game. That's sometimes the hardest thing to do.
Brilliant. All right. I'm really happy to hear that because I had a client just this morning
Yep.
was there for like 30 minutes, but
Hmm.
never had an answer.
Yep.
Just, I don't know, and staring off.
Hmm. And
And
can you
I'm just
understand
sitting
why
there,
we have the
but
processing
he
chat
never
now?
gave an answer. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Clients sometimes want that answer. Who's ever had a client say, well, what would you do? What do you think I should do? Who's had that
he
before?
did ask me that at one point.
Yeah. So what's the best response?
I just said, I don't know. I'm not in that position. What do you think?
Yep. How could you do that with the least amount of words? It's actually a movement. I'm going to print these on t-shirts. I think this
Just
movement. It's
shrugged. I
this.
mean,
Because that's also hypnotic. People would ask Erickson questions and he'd sit there and just stare at them. That's his answer. That's hypnotic. So doing this, that's why when people say, well, I like to do coaching, and why? It's not your job. It's your opinion, but it's not your job. Does that make sense? And think,
yeah,
Mike, it takes the pressure off you because you don't have to talk a lot. You don't have to do much. You just do what you're doing to me right now. You're just nodding with a smile on your face. That's it. But everybody wants the patterns and the language, and there's no place for that. We don't know. We're past that. You guys are past those trainings. Does that make sense? That was a long-winded way
brilliant.
for me to say one answer, wasn't it? But hopefully that helped.